It's been a while. Hello there. Welcome back. Let's have a catch-up episode. Let's go all in. So this episode is a catch-up episode. I'm going to go through some of the sessions I've done that I've recorded. Basically, I'm going to have a bit of a pivot after this episode. What I've been doing is doing a training vlog diary week thing. Well, I'm a bit bored of that. You're probably bored of that too. Instead, I'm going to start making dedicated vlogs, dedicated session vlogs, dedicated training tips vlogs, dedicated vlogs which go into a bit more detail, so hopefully you'll learn something and I enjoy making them as well. I think from the feedback I've had from the Strava video, from the Salomon video, from some of the other videos I've put out recently, the Timetrial videos, that you like that when I put a bit more effort into one video and I can get a bit more creative, do a bit of B-roll and make it a bit more of a story than me just saying, well, I went for a run, I went for an easy run, and then I don't do that voice, I don't know why. And then I did a tempo session. Instead, I can actually do the tempo session, film some of it, and explain why I'm doing it at that heart rate, how much lactate I'm getting in my body, what training effect I'm looking for, and really go into the nitty-gritty of how I'm training for this Project 30. But anyway, that's the pivot I'm taking, that's the future. Now let's dive into whatever footage I've taken random footage. I'm going to skip the easy runs. I'm going to show you some of the sessions, some of the highlights of my last few weeks. So today I'm doing something a bit different. I've come to Ockham Common and I've got a Salomon trail workshop. The plan is to learn as much as I can to help me when I'm out on the trails. So I'm not actually sure what's involved in the workshop, but the area is beautiful and I'm looking forward to running around here and improving as a trail runner. I got up nice and early, I think it was 5:45 this morning. I've travelled here and just waiting for everyone to arrive. Not sure who everyone is, but it should be a fun day. So that was wet, but a lot of fun. So the Salomon coaches, Matt and Rachel, took me out on the trails and taught me a load of things. Some things that I kind of knew, some things that I didn't know, and it was really interesting and I think it's going to really help me on the trails. I'm just getting dry now, I'm in the car, I'm absolutely starving hungry, so I think it's time for a burrito. I don't know where I'm going to get a burrito, but I'm going to look for one. I don't think you can just find them, you know what I mean? I'll drive to a service station and hopefully get a burrito. That's what I'm trying to say. But I think the point of this is not about the burrito. The point is, I had a lot of fun on the trails. It absolutely hammered down with rain. I'm gonna go get my burrito. They didn't have burritos, so I had to have curry. Update complete. That's another very, very sweaty session on the treadmill. 3 times, 18 kilometers an hour, 19, 20 for a K each. That takes up to 9K. And then I held the 20 for the last K to make it 10K. Oh, and it was savage. Really good workout. I feel like I'm getting some really good stuff done on the treadmill because I'm just holding on a bit more than I would on the road. I think it's gonna help me mentally when I do this fast stuff back on the road. Oh, that's good. Nice and easy on the treadmill to start the week. Just a recovery run before some big sessions later this week. Right then, it's session day and I've got 8 times a kilometre on the track with a minute recovery. I did 7 times a kilometre a few weeks ago and it went really well. I averaged 3:06 pace, which is 5 minutes per mile. Today I'd like to average the same. Before I did it on the road, I'm on the track today, but it's a cinder track, so it's not very fast. but it will help me pace it. So hopefully the fact that I can just look at my watch and see what time I've taken for each 200-meter split, it should allow me to get into a bit of a flow and tick off the Ks without going out too hard, which I've been doing, well, I did in my last session. The track I've come to is next to Beachley Barracks, so I don't think I can film anything. There's a sign actually saying no photography, so there's your clue. So I won't film anything. I'll just tick off the session and report back afterwards. I did actually bring some kit down to get some filming, but the last thing I want to do is fly a drone up and have it shot down by the barracks. So yeah, just gonna get this done, not disturb anyone. I don't think anyone ever used this track. It's I wouldn't say it's in ruins, but it doesn't look in the best condition. Project 30 is my goal. Frustratingly, this month, lockdown number 2 starts, which means the 4 races I entered in November are all cancelled or postponed. I entered a number of races so that if anything did get cancelled, it would give me options, but I didn't see this lockdown coming. But it's for the good of the country, so I accept it. I will keep on training and building and enjoying the process as I build towards that 30-minute 10K. Hopefully there'll be new races in the new year, and I'll give it a shot then. I probably will do a time trial before then, just to see how things are ticking along. I'm nearly at 5K subscribers, so when I hit that, I can do a 5K time trial to celebrate, and hopefully I can go low 15s or maybe even sub 15. It's quite a lot to knock off. What was it, 15.50 last time? Oh, we'll see. Anyway, let's get this session done. I'm feeling good. Let's get cracking. Well, I'm absolutely delighted with that. Really, really solid session. Absolutely nailed the splits, 3:05 for the first 4, and felt really comfortable and smooth. The 5th split, I think I kept the effort level the same, and for some reason I completely messed it up and got a 3:09, and I was like, oh no, what have I done? But I don't think it's because I was struggling. I think I just got complacent and didn't focus on the 200-meter splits. I just did it to effort, and then it got hard for the 6th, 7th and 8th, but I got the splits down back into where I wanted them, 3:05 I think again, and I finished with a 3:02, and it was just a lot smoother than a couple of weeks ago. I say that, the track was pretty horrendous. It was so muddy, I was slipping everywhere, so I was doing a lot of it in lane 2 and lane 3, even around the bends, because it was less slippy there. I tried to cut back into lane 1 and I would just, my feet just, I felt like I was ice skating basically, which is cheating. You can't ice skate around a track, it's not fair. So yeah, the track was difficult, but really happy with the splits I did. So I actually probably went a bit over a kilometre for each split, but whatever, it's the effort that matters, and yeah, a big confidence boost. Got the 8 done last time it was really hard, I really struggled, and I got 7 done and I really struggled. Today it felt smooth, I got the 8 done, nice splits, I'm happy. So I'm really happy with that session. 3 by 2 miles. And before the session I was thinking, well, 5:20 would be a nice pace to hit. Last threshold session I did, it was 5:26 per mile. So I thought 5:20 would be great. First mile I did in 5:15 and it felt good. So I went with that and did all 6 at about 5:15 per mile. I took a minute recovery between the first and second set and regretted it and felt like maybe I should have taken more. So took 2 minutes for the second recovery, and yeah, felt pretty smooth. Wore the new Hoka Rocket X, and they felt really great, really smooth transition in them. An absolute bargain at £140 for a carbon fiber plated racer, and yeah, just really happy with that. Big confidence boost again. Getting a lot of decent runs in now, feeling fitness come to me, and just wish there were some races, but we'll have to wait. Gonna just carry on ticking the boxes and see where I'm at in January, when hopefully some races start to pop up. And there we go. That's episode 1 of the catch up. I hope you enjoyed some of those clips. I've got more clips that I need to put together, so that'll be episode 2 of the catch up, and then you'll be up to date and we'll get cracking with these new dedicated videos. I do also have some really interesting videos coming up. I've just purchased a lactate monitor, and I'm going to do my lactate testing on the treadmill and show you how to make zones and talk you all through that. So that's going to be really interesting. And it's also something I'm going to be using going forward in sessions. So keep an eye out for how that impacts my training. I've also got the review of the Hoka One Rocket X, which you just saw in this episode, and what I think of them. I've also got coming up my favourite bits of running kit and gadget and just things that I use on a daily basis going into the winter. And also I've picked out some bargains that you might find on Black Friday. Some deals are already out there, so hopefully if it's something that interests you or might be helpful for your training, you can get involved and get yourself a bargain. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you soon. You've got episode 2 catch up, plus some really interesting other content. So that means you know what to do. Press the subscribe button and the bell. Thanks. See you next time.